he will try to get any attention that he can get, and if he, you know, it's fake. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but it could have been fake. Great to start the stream off by talking about DSP and his accident.
Put it on post because supposedly it was an accident.
Yeah, he keeps calling it an accident. I mean, oh man.
Dude, that was like 2 years ago. Stop talking about it.
Everybody has that issue, okay? I mean,
dude, you always bring up the fucking past. You fucking idiot.
yeah, what an asshole. Oh no.
John Rambo, when he gave him that fight stick, and then John Rambo fixed it, and the ESP wanted it back because it was fixed and new.
What's John Rambo doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Oh no, it was Howard that he gifted the fight stick, but fuck it.
Well,
He being a little bitch about it after the guy fixed it. He wanted it back.
I don't know, man. That's the kind of guy he is, bruh. That's the kind of guy he is, you know. That's the same guy that wants $1,000 to interview him, man.
He still wants to fucking do an interview, but people need to pay him.
I mean, DSP thinks he's real royalty, man. Like, who else like him is gonna ask for $1,000, a stack, for an interview? I mean, honestly, bro.
Look it up. Look at you. You do interviews for free. I mean, nobody pays you for it, you know?
Yeah, bro, I don't even get to see our money for that stuff.
You know, you should start trolling them with that shit, bro.
Yeah, I should. At the end, be like, it's a great interview. You have to pay up a fee of $5 million. Feel me? Got your name out there, you know? You were a no-name before the interview. Now people know you, so now give me the money, bro. $5 million and Las Venturas. Fork that shit over. Shit, Galax. Shit, Galax. Gotta go over all these truth bullets here. Haven't looked at this bullshit for quite a long time. A lot of unique people come out to watch the class trials. I noticed that if I play Vice City, it's usually guys that speak fucking Hindi, and they ask me to speak Hindi, even though I'm not Indian, but you know, usually. Well, I looked over all the truth bullets, barely got a look at them because I didn't understand anything, but just like DSP.
Who wanted you to speak on Hindi?
Some guy when I was streaming Vice City back when the microphone was still in California. Some guy came on the stream. He was like, this is. He was like, oh, come on, speak Hindi. And you know, I used to get this thing back in the day. People think, yeah, my name is Rashawn, right?
Your votes will determine the results.
I guess that's a thing in India. So
if you can figure out
some people
then
think I'm Indian, but I'm not Indian.
Punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Well, I don't get it
Then
either.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and
I
the
guess
one
for Sean
that
is a
deceived everyone
name
else
in
will
India. But
graduate. Now then.
in the West, for Sean is a black name,
With
and in the East,
We already know
Sean
who
is
did
an
it.
Indian name.
was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that
I think the last time I streamed this, there was somebody who was in chat saying that they watched porn.
Don't try and deny it. You killed
So,
them.
yeah. We'll see.
I didn't! Someone knocked me
been,
out! I was asleep the whole time! I
over
don't
a
know
month.
anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit. The
Only way this gets
quite
spoiled is if
compelling.
Belaris comes in here and starts talking about
It
R.
points
Kelly,
to you
as
as having
usual.
created the suit and wearing it while
I don't know why
committing
that
crime
punk
after
likes talking
crime.
about R. Kelly so much. Man,
How many times do I have to tell you?
Just because
I
he could
I don't know! I don't know! I
see
don't
something in
know!
common with him.
maybe, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Check, you notice he talks about guys that are like, let's see, he talked about R. Kelly. Who else? Takashi, remember?
Everything we found in your room.
And
Blueprints,
Aaliyah being
the suit
underage.
parts, they are all proof enough.
He
But you
always talks
are
about
the
people that
culprit.
were underage. Got married with underage
I don't know anything
girls
about
or
that
such
stuff.
an underage.
It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just
Kinda
hold on a
scared.
second!
He's mad dumb for a human. Very mad dumb. Ah, cocks.
Everything we
I'm looking
found
at
in
the
your
chat, and I'm like, what is he talking about?
the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Oh, cocks. Well, fucking great.
No, yesterday I was about to say something. One of the dumbest things ever in your stream was, you know, yeah.
Well, you know, we're all about transparency here, you know, so,
But I was about to say one of the
That you
dumbest
are
things that
the
out there.
culprit.
I just stopped myself.
I don't know
just stopped
anything
myself
about that stuff.
and-
It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
I didn't want to, say it in the vicinity of, UK, huh?
So I don't know. Yeah, I'll say yeah. Let's say something stupid.
Hiro,
Just for
why?
that.
Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Shit cocks. At the beginning, I have no idea. Well, I'm gonna start doing some snit, I guess.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's
Hiro, why?
no! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints,
The suit parts, they are all proof enough.
That's wrong. Well, you're gonna have a very hard time to start off here.
Shoot!
Fucking cocks.
everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the
Hey.
key parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Wait, somebody say something gay in your chat?
I don't
No,
know
not
anything
yet.
about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
No, not yet. Nobody
Hero, why?
said snip.
Why did you kill?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room.
Well, we're got the hangover here. I have no idea what's going on.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprint.
Where are the blueprints in the room? I don't know. Okay, let's try that. That makes no sense. That's obviously wrong.
Shoot!
Oh my goodness.
Everything we
I
found
thought
in
this
your
was the
room.
easiest game of the
blueprint,
series
the
here, I
suit
tell ya.
parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't even know what I did.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
We're having
Hero, why?
a lot of
Why did
problems
you kill
here.
them?
No! Just hold on
Whoa.
a second.
A lot of problems.
Did Valerius join next week?
I don't know Belair say here yet, but I'm sure soon he's gonna come in and he's gonna really do some real interesting snit, I'll tell ya. He'll do some very interesting snit. Okay, I'm gonna reset. I'm just gonna pick your room for
Everything we found in your room.
okay, that's wrong. Now let me try the other one. Let me try the other one.
Everything we found in your room.
That's wrong too. Alright. So the message in your room, I'm pretty sure I already tried that, so that's not
Everything we
right.
found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof.
No!
I have no idea how that worked, I have no idea.
Are we sure Hero
Get
really
those,
made
get
those
that out of the way.
blueprints?
Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out of here.
What?
Get him out of here.
Well, take
Get
a
him
look
outta
at
here.
this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter
It's,
Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different.
Or
Wouldn't you say?
Kelly.
When you compare it to the blueprints,
Oh no.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Oh
Unless that
no.
person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
what?
Then who was in that
A lot of
Robo-Justice suit?
snorts tonight.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Oh boy.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
Look how this title's Who Are They? And I'm
Go
pretty
ahead,
sure
Makoto.
Borat's are gonna get
Tell
very
them
confused.
who it was.
Wait, what'd he say?
He said, oh my god.
Ugh.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Well, obviously, he was in the
I
suit.
got it! Other than Hiro,
Honestly.
I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit.
Obviously. As
And
the
we never
ESP would
found
say,
any kind of second suit.
and Cat would say, obviously.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
That
It
should
would
be
seem
easy.
that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Very easy. Obviously, it's the dolly.
I got it!
Obviously. It's the second thing. No. It's gotta be the tarp, yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Put on the tarp. Yep. There you go.
They
Easy.
were
GG easy.
a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving
So
it.
after the stream will be the premiere of the Tommy and Sensi
Okay, that
Redemption
explains the
run,
tarp.
where
On the dolly.
Tommy and Sensi are the biggest lovers in CNR.
Same thing.
And you'll see that Tommy cannot live without his beloved Sensi.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment
That's
room
it,
when
yeah.
we first found Taka's body there.
I'll see it since it started doing something.
But when the body disappeared,
Yes.
so
but,
did the dolly.
I tell you, like Tommy, man, like he could have made that chase a lot longer and a lot more
Later,
fun, but he
when
just
Taka's body reappeared
continued
in
to
the
do
repository,
typical bike warrant snit, and that completely destroyed the chase. I mean, what a fag, honestly, man. Like,
so did the
when
dolly.
you do bike warrant snit, you go to places where only bikes can go, and you fall off the,
In
you
other
know,
words,
the
you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
what's we call it? Ledges and shit.
But are you
It's like,
sure
come
you
on,
are not
man.
mistaken?
You gotta have more skill than that, bro. Like, you think you're so good?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found
Run away from
Taka's
cops
body?
like a man.
They got a big ego.
That dolly was
They got a
meant to
big ego, but when you
facilitate moving
separate
large
one of the
objects
two,
between
then the other just
repository
goes
and
crazy
the
like a
arcade.
hyena, and they just don't know what to do.
It would be very strange indeed
Yeah,
to
because
discover it had made
this
its
is
way
what I
to the
find
equipment
funny,
room.
kinda
Is
funny.
it not
Tommy
possible
robbed
that it was
something,
in the
and getting chased
repository
by a
all along,
cop,
and you
Sensi
simply
started
didn't
shooting at the
realize it?
cops so you can get wanted and they'll be legit.
She's raised an objection. How do you
Yeah.
respond?
Some titty boy snit, huh?
There is no shame in being wrong, and nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you
I
rarely
remember-
understand what is
I
going
remember
on
I
around
was
you.
riding with Catherine with period, and she was like, "Those are your friends." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, I popped the tires. I think Senti went flying off because somehow he spun around. She arrested Senti, and I shot. Tommy blew up on the bike because somebody else.
Owned.
I think he had a hit or something, and then Tommy sent me a message saying, "You acting tough in front of a girl, huh?"
Oh my god. That's autistic to say. It's very autistic to say. Fucking Tommy, man.
I just laughed because I was like, "What?"
Yeah, man, that's complete bullshit right there. Yeah, that's the complete snit talk. What you should have done was went right back to him and cop DM'd him.
In jail? Really?
Yes.
Knowing him, he'll snitch.
Still. Yeah. He would have. Especially if Senti was there, bro. Ah, snip! Bullet time battle already? Ah, Cox. Forgot the buttons already.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
The D-bag still trailed with curls.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst.
Full season time, bro.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Well, we're really in the middle.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Who makes it? Will the Yankees make it?
You miserable wretch.
Obviously.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
There's no roids. No roids at all.
Agree.
No roids. Alright. Aaron Judge just does not take steroids, okay?
Why you laughing? Why you laughing?
If you're asking for
Because
Dolly move,
everybody who is not a Yankees fan that keeps talking about the Yankees,
when I found
that doesn't like the Yankees, they think they take steroids. Because they're called the Bronx Bombers, and obviously they hit home runs. But guess what? They do not take steroids. Steroids are out of baseball, alright?
The killer probably rolled
They're out of baseball.
through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
Steroids are out of baseball.
And as the
Think
blood
about
dried
that.
on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Watch out, you never know. I mean, Schwarber may have taken steroids to come back from the injury last year.
There's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
You never know, man. You never know.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
You know, I mean...
Yeah.
You can't be
The subject
surprised
is how
about it,
Robo
fella.
Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then... what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Know.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Ah, Cox, I have no idea what he's talking about. Ugh.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
I'll tell
Then you
you
could push
this.
the dolly no
I
problem.
always say this.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
I cannot use mentally.
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
Autistic because I mean that's just not fair. You're actually it's like you're saying that every person's
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit
fuck?
wrapped the body in the tarp,
This controller is
then
shitty.
loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now,
Yeah, you can't
keep in
use
mind
those
that the
words
dolly
interchangeably
doesn't have a
anymore.
handle.
Well, yeah, but even
Not
without a
knifing.
handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
Can't use autistic and mentally retarded and you know,
You're
all those
absolutely
words.
right that you could push
to
a
mean the
dolly
same
without a
thing.
handle if you stoop down low.
Yeah, because people take it as a fin
But if you were wearing that
But
suit,
it kind of.
do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Yeah, I kind of realized, yeah.
What do you mean?
I kind of
Think
never.
back to
used
what
it
you said when we were
because
all checking out the suit together.
I got
Remember?
my studies on this, and we don't have none of that stuff. They're just fucking idiots. That's all. They might be slow also to capture things because, I mean, you tell them one thing and it never sticks to them, you know?
Well, as UK said,
not only can you not see
the better phrase
but you can't even bend at the
is
waist.
to say functional functional special
Am I
snowflake.
right about that?
It's basically what you call them.
Now that you mention it,
Special snow.
Oh yeah, special snowflake.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
I mean, everybody in CNR is pretty much a special, I mean a functional special snowflake, so.
What's to stop you from simply pushing the
Yeah.
dolly with your feet?
I'm not gonna make it
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
And I'm a special snowflake too.
yeah, it'd be totally
So,
impossible.
I'm
Not that I can
not
say
gonna
for sure
count
myself.
You know, some of us more than others at
Wearing
times, you
such a
know.
rigid, cumbersome suit.
Blair is always a special snowflake song.
Or Cyborg,
Very
I
unlikely
mean,
you would
yeah.
have the dexterity to go about wrapping the
That
body
fucking
in a
Cyborg
tarp.
and Lucas are gonna be forever special snowflake.
In fact, some faggot in the CNR Discord, I think, was trying to dispute the reason of why I gave Donkey the Day to Cyber. Oh, it's messed up smiley, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
He was disputing it? I mean,
I think so, but I didn't ask him why, I didn't really know what to say.
If you remember,
Because he was talking about, he was talking about, right? Some guy asked about, how do you talk in Discord? And messed up smiley said, you know, yeah, you go in there. I don't think white people have the permission to change the functions of the channel, right? But he meant white people as in people with white names, which are, you know, normal members. And he was like, oh, in before Rashawn triggered. Gonna get Donkey today just like Cyber for about the French national team. And I was like, what? Like, I don't understand what he's talking about. But you know how these Morats are, you feel me? Like they defend their friends, you feel
It
me?
seems impossible to put
You
the
know,
suit on or take it off
shit.
without help.
But I don't know, bro. Like these Morats are really something, bro. Like
Take it off by yourself. You're
it
the
feels
one
like
making it up.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
it feels like whenever someone tries to pick a fight with me in the CNR Discord, like everybody's like got their eyes wide open and shit. Like I don't get it.
showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell you, man, memes.
So, it's really, really true that
I'm
Robo
gonna be
Justice
honest
couldn't
with
have
you.
moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot
you
suit,
should just give him
correct?
fucking Donkey the Day for being that stupid.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please.
Honestly, you should've given
Have you
Donkey the Day
forgotten
just
about
for
the picture
saying
that I
stupid
took?
shit.
I mean, I don't even know what he means. I don't
You all
understand.
got a good look at it, did you not?
I think he was trying to say I was being petty, but I said I was being petty anyway.
Justice?
So
If whoever was in that suit is not
I
the
think people
culprit,
are waiting.
how
I
to
think
explain
people are
that?
waiting for me to get Donkey the Day.
well, I mean, just like
Besides,
Cyber, you
do you
know.
remember what the now deceased Hifumi
Took so
said?
long for him to get it, he finally got it. You know, who knows? Maybe you can get Donkey Day one day. I don't know what it could be for, but you know, we'll see.
Anything stupid. Watch it. It's gonna be for the thing I'm gonna do on Saturday. Shit.
Who knows? Maybe you get Donkey today for you know, your Tom Clancy Wildlands gameplay. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh boy.
But yet again, I mean,
So long as those facts exist, the proper
nobody would
conclusion is
understand.
beyond
any
question.
fucking Probably Ali.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was
Oh, I
Havoc,
knew
without a doubt.
Tank suck at Wildlands, man.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, There's no hurry to decide who did
Borats, you know, they have integrated graphics, so yeah, they wouldn't understand.
Shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
I don't know what graphics card Cyber
has. But where do we go from here?
Good question, though. I'm pretty sure he had a potato, though.
Let's review this series of unfortunate
So he had like 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Maybe we'll uncover something new.
I heard that he bought a
What a pain in the ass!
micro motherboard with a lot of shit.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes.
Oh, well, I mean, you feel me to nerd out right now. Do it, feel me?
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
He must have a micro ITX motherboard. I don't understand that's better. I mean,
let's take another look back at what happened.
He probably got a small case like his cojones, but
I suppose we can start with this morning.
I don't know.
Really cojones,
bro.
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
I don't know. I mean, Cyber. I mean, he plays PUBG, right? So
that was around 8 a.m.
You can't have a Borat computer for that.
And as soon as we split
never
up,
seen him play.
Kyoko went missing.
Yeah, he plays with those gays, Assassin and Mew, right?
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Part of the reason why I mean, I don't like PUBG, but part of the reason why
it seems I was
didn't get it
an hour
is
after
because
I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
No interesting people play it.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little
The
after
last thing I
7.
want to do is get PUBG and...
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
I mean...
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice.
I mean, Assassin, Zentar, Mew, Cyborg, Ivanishi. I'm pretty sure Ivanishi all have PUBG. I mean, that's pretty gay, honestly. So,
we were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi.
I mean, to be honest, you know, the hurdle with Fort Gay
he was injured, so we took him
is
to
the
the
building.
nurse's office
The
and
building is
resumed our
very
search for the
annoying.
suspect.
You know, I think that's the #1 thing that makes people
not long after
or
leaving the
beginners
nurse's
quit Fort Gay, because the building is fucking stupid. With PUBG, I mean, the game isn't optimized, but it seems like it's getting better with the optimization.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to
But-
split
It's
up
just a
and search
season
the
pack
second
with new
floor.
maps on it, so the
soon
maps
after
in there
that-
are optimized with the season pack. With the season pack's my fault.
But here's the
I
thing,
saw
like,
someone moving around on the
the
third
thing about
floor,
Fort Gay
and I
is
yelled
that
out
Fort
to
Gay
everyone as soon as I did.
will play fine on anything. I mean, it's got graphics from 2007, you feel me? You can have Intel HD graphics and run that snip. So
Even your fucking phone could run it.
yeah, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which I don't have, could run 4K. You know what I mean? But you know, it's kind of confusing why people like 4K, because I thought people these days don't like games that are cartoony. Because Fort Gay is very cartoony. The dances are very stupid and very cartoony. So I'm thinking, how is Fort Gay so popular? Especially among older people. Like, I understand teenagers love Fort Gay, or you know, 10-year-olds love Fort Gay, but adults love Fort Gay, bro. It's kind of confusing. Because we live in an age now where Borats and people, like, they think that cartoony graphics, look at this game too, are like a
At that point, we decided to divide up into two
A
groups.
degradation to your masculinity, which I don't understand.
Celeste, Hina, and I went to the
Yeah,
nurse's
Forgay
office.
is... Huh? Who's playing Forgay?
Titty boy.
Yeah, Titty Boy. He plays
While
Forgay all the
Sakura,
time, man.
Byakuya, and Toko chased
Right.
after the suspect.
Forgay completely replaced CNR for him, man.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
Forgay completely replaced CNR
And
for him.
that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
But
I
yeah,
left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to
I don't
the
know.
third floor.
Like, I'm
let the
definitely
others know
not
what had
buying
happened.
PUBG, but I feel like I probably would enjoy PUBG a bit more than Forgay
Meanwhile, we had just
because of the
discovered
building.
Taka's body in the equipment
No
room.
building.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
I don't know.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office.
But PUBG and
But
Forgay,
right after we
like,
left the physics lab,
they kinda,
we ran into Celeste.
in some way, they
who
model
right
off
after
of like
us.
League of
And
Lemons,
she told
where,
us something very surprising.
you know, all of those games are kind of like a drug. You know what I mean? Like, when you are in a PUBG game and you get 5 kills and you get all of these items in your backpack, right?
We rushed
You're
back
about
to the nurse's office
for
and
that
saw
game.
That she was right.
Once you win, or once you get taken down,
Then we remembered.
it doesn't
we'd let
matter
Toko pass
how
out in the
much
equipment
bouse
room,
you were
so
in
we
that
hurried
game.
back again.
You just go back, restart, and play a new game. Same thing with League of Lemons. League of Lemons, you get 20 kills, you're on top of the world, the other team sucks. You get all the items within 25 minutes of the game, you feel on top of the world.
But when we got
That's
there,
the high right
we
there. That's the
discovered
snort
that
of
now
coke
Taka's
that
body had
you did
also gone
all those
missing.
years ago, you feel me? And then once the game is over, the high is gone. So you want to get the high again, so you play another game to hope that you get 20 kills again.
Next thing we knew, we were
You
searching
know what I
the
mean?
school for 2
And
missing dead
that
bodies.
is how those games don't get old. Because,
And after some time,
yeah, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
I figured.
Celeste
Yeah.
informed us that she'd found the body.
That's probably
We
one
all
of the
headed
reasons
to the
why
repository.
Fortnite and PUBG and all this. I think with CS Joke is different. In CS Joke, right,
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
you gotta rank in competitive. You can be 40 kills in a game, be bouse, but you gotta be consistent in order
I think
to
that about covers it.
increase your rank, you know what I mean? And that can be a maddening
I
thing.
see. The whole
Then
thing
again,
sounds exceptionally
League
complicated.
of Lemons has ranked too, so...
It
yeah.
certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true,
But yeah.
then what?
I guess Fortnite players are people who are, you know, socially flexible,
Rather than a single series of
whereas
events, I think we have to consider
PUBG play,
each
you know,
murder a separate
socially
situation.
flexible and, you know,
And from there,
kind of
we
bit
can
crazy.
uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
irrational maybe. When PUBG players, they're, you know, a bit more uptight.
Now then, let's
And,
get started,
you know,
beginning with what happened to Taka.
Uptight, yeah, just gonna uptight.
They're like
Except for Cyber though. Cyber is, you know, he's, you know, irrational, but you know. Oh boy. Ah, Cox non-stop evade.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
It is what it is, man.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3. while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Cox.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died.
I think I need a new controller. My left bumper. Or what is it called? My left bumper. They call it bumpers, right?
The top button, the
Yeah.
top buttons you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, the front ones are actually called bumpers, and then the back ones are called triggers.
Yeah, it's the shit doesn't go down, like it doesn't hold down.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already
My
know what order
right
they were
bumper
killed
doesn't
in.
work. I mean,
Taka came
it does
last.
pick up, but it picks up late.
What
it
makes you
still
say
works,
that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's...
Let's see here. Broken wristwatch, 6 o'clock. It's gotta be that.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
It's either what order? Let's see here.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he died. Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed
What
with
order
Justice
or
Hammer
the
3,
numbering?
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
What
So
order
it's
or the
obvious Taka
numbering?
came after.
What order? Okay, it's gotta be what order.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
Yeah, it's not what order. Okay then, well it's the other thing then.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Okay. Well, that's not right. So what order is incorrect? I mean, wristwatch is incorrect, excellent.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before.
1 o'clock. It's gotta be the message, I mean, I don't know how it's the Monokuma file, it makes no sense. Well, I've got 2 chances now, so it's gotta be the message.
Perhaps it
Alright. 1 a.m. Okay,
We
the
already know
numbering.
what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
That's also wrong. Well,
Shoot.
I think I may fail here. I may fail. I can't save. Oh boy.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Then again, could be the Monokuma file. Fucking coxy, man, I tell ya. Okay. How can I justify it's Yasuhiro's message with, Wait. I don't remember what I picked. Cox. I don't remember what I picked. Oh boy. I have to, I don't know what I picked. I have no idea what I picked. Okay. 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 I'm saying okay many times, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright. So it could be the Monokuma file. But I don't know. I have no idea. Because the Monokuma file does not show the order. Okay, yeah, I just did it. I did it. I did it. I just said it myself. GG. Yep. Monokuma file with what order? Because we don't know what order. Yes. See? I'm a genius. I'm definitely not gonna fail this.
So, regarding Talk, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Well, that's wrong. It was probably the numbering. I hope I don't get a reset very early here. Wow, I failed, GG. What a noob. Blah blah. What a noob. What a noob, I tell ya. Give me the restart already, just let me restart, shit. Yeah, okay.
I refuse to give up.
Yeah. Refuse to give up, yeah. Yeah, give me the 7 hearts, man. Okay. Now I know. I know.
So,
Got to beat this out of the park.
We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
That's wrong too. What? Pretty sure there's one combination I didn't check.
So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Okay, now we're just being silly here. Now we're being silly.
Shoot.
I'm pretty sure I didn't try that.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I'll be back. I'm gonna take my dog out.
I wonder if he died before
Yes.
Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Wow.
What makes you say
I'm
that?
confused as snit right now. I'm pretty sure I tried
Because
every
of the numbering
combination.
of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So it's not the Monokuma file, huh?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed
Oh
in.
god.
Taka
Wait a
came
minute.
last.
I didn't know we had that.
What makes you say that?
Okay.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed
Cox.
with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So apparently I gotta use the fucking truth
regarding Taka, I
flashback.
wonder
Nobody
if
told
he
me that.
died
No one explained that.
after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No one told me to do that.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong.
The game didn't explain that. Come on, dude.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Who would explain that?
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their
Oh
actions.
my god.
So you're saying the
Nobody
culprit
explained
wanted us
that.
to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was
Just
killed
randomly
before
press the
Hifumi?
Y button. Had to use a fucking truth flashback.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
For anyone watching, this is not a very good guide to play this class trial. Oh god, what is this? Christ. I'll tell you.
Now I understand. I Got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
It's a good one.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
It's also a bad idea to do a class trial 1 month after you
when we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together.
Play the game.
Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up!
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Fucking cocks.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
Save frequently.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was... alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Alright, this should be easy. This should be easy.
Alright. So who's in your stream right now? Who's watching?
There was a guy named Lucian Richardson, but his snit got blocked.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No.
Bet it was those Italians.
Nah. Not yet, at least.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
You say?
You know.
He stood.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
What's going on?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that
No,
how?
that's so far.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
NFL.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Yeah.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Cox.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No!
Another truth flashback. This game doesn't explain anything.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
So, what do you think about Duke 3-0 in the NFL?
The NFL?
Yeah, Duke is an NFL team.
Of course, the announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Duke has beaten 3 bad teams so far.
You said that Baylor is a top team, pussy. You think I forget?
I said Baylor was a decent team, but there's a chance they may suck.
Duke is
But that was also
NFL.
the same time that Taka's body was found.
Not the NFL, the NCAA.
That's right.
NCAAF.
After finding his body,
NCAAF.
the announcement.
We have a lot of NFL players.
NCAAF. What? 1?
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
NCAAFU, idiot.
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
NCAAF for football.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and
I bet you
rolled
now
them
when the
together into
Tostito
one.
Bowl hits, he thinks that's the Super Bowl.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Yeah.
Any comment?
Tostitos
Yo,
bowl.
Well,
can't
it's a
give jokes
very
like
sensitive
I give
issue,
better jokes
so
than
I
you.
can't go into too much detail.
Because your jokes are stupid,
But
bro.
what I
You laugh at
can
them.
say about the
All
body
my jokes are
discovery
funnier than your
announcement
jokes.
is
You
that
don't give jokes. You all just give
it's
some pictures
only
of puppy
broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body
I
for the
need to joke,
first
bro.
time.
That didn't answer our question, man.
That's why
You're
it's
asking
funny.
if you're a lazy
This
bum.
funny shit comes out unnaturally. You know?
No,
I don't need to
actually,
force
that
it.
was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
One question for you.
Later on?
Well, I'll tell you, man. Balloons has the ratings during the class trials, bro.
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
It's and there's a great chance she may be fake. Is she fake? It's probably fake.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we
Destroyed.
rediscovered the two bodies.
What the hell are you talking about, nigga?
More than likely, could be fake.
Yeah, fake.
Rate out of 10.
It didn't seem weird at the time,
Fake.
but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Exactly. If we
You
were
think that
actually
she's fake?
rediscovering both bodies, the announcement
she's
shouldn't
fake.
have played.
And in reality,
Oh,
when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was
You think that
actually
she's fake?
being
Still
discovered
fake.
for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Yo,
And
Russian,
that's
rate
just
out of
part
10.
of it.
I mean, I haven't seen her yet, but she's probably fake.
There's
No,
one other
stop
thing
this
that
shit.
leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Still fake.
But honestly,
Oh,
I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the
Yo,
events surrounding
really,
the
Tom?
discovery of his
She's
body.
a nice painting for you.
Then it
She's
should
fake.
become clear whether he was really alive or not.
No way, bro.
This whole thing is pointless.
No way, bro.
Alright, this is the last picture, bro. Yo, Russian, hurry up and read it because that ain't really it.
I haven't even seen the first girl yet.
Well, here's
No,
one
just
thing
one,
we do
one
know.
person. He
The
has
first time we found
33,000
Hifumi's body
followers
was
on
in the
Twitter.
nurse's office. And then, while me and
Is
Celeste
she
were in the
fake too?
bathroom,
Man, she's fake
body
too, then?
He's from Jamaica.
And the next time
Hey,
we
good.
saw his body,
Wait,
was in
Jamaicans
the
don't have
repository.
plastic surgery, idiot.
But when you compare his body before being
Fake.
moved and his body after being moved,
Yo, Russian, hurry up and read this.
other than the
bitch.
change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
What?
What's wrong?
Hurry up and read this bitch.
In fact, there was one clear difference
Yeah,
between
that's
Hifumi
check.
and the
She's probably
nurse's
a
office
6.
and the repository.
Are you
Nah,
serious?
Glasses.
nah, bro. She's like a 4 because she's.
Are you fucking serious?
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Rate her to 10.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
I haven't seen. Is she fake?
No, nigga!
Yeah,
he's
bro.
not.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Yo,
his
Russian,
glasses
fucking
were
read
covered
this
with
shit.
blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Yeah, she's a solid 7. A solid 7. But if she's fake, then a 4.
Look at the third picture.
And I found the item he used to wipe
Yeah,
them
so
clean
look at-
in the nurse's office trash can.
Alright, look at this picture. You think that she's a 7?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. So, something about her face doesn't match up though.
It does. Alright, look at this picture.
You're fake.
Look at this. Yo, look, Russia, look at the last picture.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain
this guy.
cartoon mascot.
You see this guy, bro? He's trying to defend someone who he hasn't even met.
One look at the bloodstain on the
she's
cloth
Jamaican,
should make
so
things
there's probably a
clear.
high fucking chance that I have. Pussy.
Fake.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Yufumi's
Yes.
glasses
Hey,
clean.
you're not a man of culture. Yes, Danganronpa is cool. Yes.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Rated it a
Yeah, I already rated her a 7, bro. Or 6 out of 10. Yeah, she's still grilled material, bro. She's still girlfriend material, bro. I mean,
Wait, what material?
she's still girlfriend material, bro. Don't get so
Yeah,
mad.
but guess what? Hold on. The funny thing. Alright, you said that her looks is 7 out of 10. Guess what? Right?
I
Let me tell you
highly
that story
doubt
about her.
anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like
Okay,
this
tell
to
me.
school.
So basically, she's like the demon girl.
I
of
see your
Jamaica,
point.
Right?
And the
She's
only
a demon
people
girl,
who
huh?
wear glasses are...
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you'll be good at her then, right?
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky
Wait,
piece
but,
of garbage like that.
She's a demon. Like,
Well, then that probably degrades her to a 3 then, bro. Like, for real?
Tissues is all I need to keep my glasses
you
clean.
have a man, and then you fuck her, like she literally
Then there's
fuck
no
all
question.
after this girl.
It belonged to
Yo,
Hifumi.
Shapo, how about if this person was a guy and turned into a female?
What you're saying is...
Then that's a -1, man. Like, for real, -1 out of 10.
What I'm saying is,
Oh,
blood on his
no,
glasses
no
was
rating.
wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
No, well, Tank just said if she was a man and transitioned to a female, then it should be a -1 out of 10.
He wiped the blood off
Oh, I don't
himself.
read that. I don't read that.
But who would benefit from a clean
Well, I
pair of
mean-
glasses
You
other
don't
than the
know,
glasses
bro. I
owner?
mean, these days, girls.
No,
That's a
like
good
post.
point.
Alright, if you go on her page, she posts a picture when she was younger and she was like girl. I can't tell you that.
And it must have been him.
Yeah, well, Tank, don't you know the woman on Mimology's Discord? Like, she's transgender, man.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still
There you go.
alive in the nurse's office.
Yeah. So, you never know, man.
Yo, like 7 out of 10.
He
You don't like
pretends
black
to be
women
dead.
anymore.
Then when he's alone,
What?
he wipes his glasses.
I defend
clean so
everything
he can
black,
see.
Malaris. Okay.
Then he stands up and walks out on
I
his own
defend
2
everything
feet.
black. But Malaris, here's the thing, man. See, I knew there was something up with that girl, bro. That's why I gave her a 7, and then you just came out of nowhere saying that she's
with
the
that,
town fuck.
The impossible
And she only
task of
fucks
moving his copious corpse
rich guys, so that degrades her to a 3, bro. For real?
But then,
So basically,
if he
if
was
you're
just
driving a
pretending to
BMW,
be dead,
if you drive a BMW, you
What if you drive a Hummer?
what was with all that blood?
what the fuck is a Hummer?
Was it paint or something?
Jamaica, what the fuck is a Hummer?
Well, I mean, Hummers are for people who smoke honest.
Stupid. He's acting really fucking stupid. No one would have come up. He's fucking like this.
No, like literally,
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out.
That's
So
what
he
I'm
just
fucking
dumped
saying.
it everywhere.
Yeah. Do you know the thing about Hummers, right?
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his
Basically,
glasses off when he was
you're
done.
not driving a
Oh,
Ford,
what an idiot.
BMW, a Benz.
And if Hifumi was still
Or
alive at that
Audi,
point, the disappearance of
don't talk to her.
Taka's body is easily explained.
Yo, if you're driving a Toyota, it has to be a Land Cruiser.
It should be perfectly
Well,
obvious who must have moved
too bad.
Taka's corpse.
Too bad.
I got it!
Too bad.
It could only have been Hifumi.
I don't rate fake girls.
onda.
She's not fake, bro.
While we were all
She's
gathered
probably
in the
faking
nurse's office,
personality, but
he
shit.
went to the
Yo,
equipment
cut
room
her some
and took
slack.
I mean,
Taka's
she
body.
probably gets a lot of money from the athletes since she has a wrestling plan.
That
Yeah,
also explains how the door to the
No,
repository
Chelsea,
got locked.
you do breathing hard. The only person that have breath implants is Yannick Kirby Devo.
The door was
Oh,
locked.
Sean.
no, she probably went from an
No,
A
you
to a,
heard
she
him,
went from an
you
A
heard
to
him
a C,
say-
man.
Said that he has she has a fake personality, so that
After the body
Yeah, she's fake. Yeah,
we all went
exactly.
looking for him,
So
right?
you were right.
Great her looks.
So me and
I mean-
Sakura headed for the repository.
Looks aren't everything, but there is, you
But
know what I
when we
mean?
got there,
I mean,
the
just
door was
look.
locked.
I mean, we all know this shit. But
And the
at least
repository
great her
door
looks.
can only be locked from the inside.
Yeah.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository,
Yeah.
someone was already inside.
if
And
her
it could only
personality is
have been
fake, then
Hifumi,
everything is
who
fake
just
about her.
finished stashing Taka's body there.
Yeah. No, personality's like a zero, so.
He convinced us all he
High
was
standard.
dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about,
Okay,
right,
high
Makoto?
standard guy.
The
You're
item he took
perfect
off
guy.
of Taka's
Oh my
lifeless
word.
body?
If I had a daughter, I'd have make her marry somebody that's like you. Oh my gosh, you're so
Nah,
right.
but if she's coming from you, fuck her.
I got it!
She might be brain dead.
You're talking about
Oh,
the note
pussy.
Hifumi had
I
hidden away,
thought you
aren't you?
respect all women. Oh, where's the respect all women? Oh, you hypocrite, yo, you're
Hidden
partial. Like my differential equation.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Okay.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Like a differential equation.
Well, I mean, you could be too, so, you know.
Get the pussy. Yo.
You could be Y, he could be X, so yeah.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been... I got it! That's right! Taka!
We are recovering very well
The
here.
killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Yes.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Let's see, non-stop debates. 5 snits now, Cox.
Huffy had the note, right?
We know partial!
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it it was intended for must have been Happy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah, sure good.
No, it's wrong.
Oh,
No,
Trump is
there
a
absolutely
bombshell.
is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that...
No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Fucking Blair's in his grill rating, man. I tell ya. Blair's is a grill raider through and through.
Alright, if I was supposed to rate her out of 10, the same girl, I'd just say I'd give her a...
Fuck. Wow. This picture is really nice. This picture, not so nice, to be honest. This picture kind of looks very young. This picture is alright. This picture, she really look like a demon girl. This picture, she look like a normal girl. In this picture, she look like a model that just needs the money.
The culprit
To be
really
honest,
is
I'll
a
give her an
cold-blooded
8 out of
monster.
10, right?
Telling people
But
they
based
found
on
a
her
way out.
personality, it's 1.
And an 8 is so far from a 7, bro.
No, like literally, how
What was
can you have
Hifumi doing with it?
a boyfriend
down his pants, no less.
and cheat on him with athletes and
Most likely,
stars?
Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he
Good
died.
question.
Like,
And then the
literally,
question comes
stole it?
like, how do you know if she's sleeping with him?
Where's your proof? Go
like,
ahead, show us.
because it's well-known facts. Like literally, the guy, the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, caught
got it.
her at the
When I searched Taka's body,
Of course,
I
the
saw that his
ex-boyfriend
lifeless
a
hand
stalker.
was gripping a small scrap of paper.
It's like, it's known
If I'm
fact
right
that, yo,
about this,
they've been
the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
yo,
I knew it!
Like, she,
It fits
I saw
perfectly
before.
with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
But he took steroids.
No,
Then
by the way,
Taka's scrap.
you know,
Hifumi's note.
Chris O'Hara,
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Christopher O'Hara.
yeah.
Hifumi had the
sorry,
note
his
meant
name
for
is
Taka,
O'Hara,
while
I think.
Taka's
Don't remember
corpse
his
still
first name.
grasped a small piece of that note.
No, I don't think so. The last name sounds familiar, but I
There's
don't
only one way to
really
explain
remember.
it.
Taka died
Michael
clutching the
O'Hara.
note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its
Nah, I
dead
don't
grip,
think I remember.
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
Yo, but let me tell you.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was
This girl is
super involved
noble.
in this whole thing for sure.
She's dumb?
As in, no, not dumb.
In
she
fact-
run, like, literally, she's a viper.
He was behind the whole thing.
Yeah,
In
bro, she'll
fact,
bite you, man.
He's still alive.
She got in the club one day in Jamaica, she'll bite you, man.
Sorry, no.
Buy a fucking bank account and fuck with other people.
When we found him in the
Exactly.
repository,
Prostitution.
Hifumi was truly and completely
Oh,
dead.
you realize that, yo.
The second body
like,
discovery
it's not all about
announcement
the pretty
proves that.
face and all of this. That's less.
Exactly.
This
So
is why I
then,
wanted to share this
who killed
rate this
Hifumi?
girl out of 10. because you can't have the
Whoever
prettiest
did
face,
is the
nicest
mastermind,
body.
the true
If the
killer.
character is not pretty, yo, my
He
penis
was
is not
killed
going
in the
to get hard on that
repository.
feet.
So he must have
There
been
you
killed
go.
not
The
long after
cojones are
transporting
not
Taka's body.
going to be up if the personality is 0. You heard it from
So,
Valerius
he
first.
must have been killed
You heard
after
it from
Taka's
Valerius.
body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching
I
for
know Tank
Taka's
would
missing
probably want to
body.
fuck an asshole because that dog. Pum pum.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
It's a dog. You said a dog, right?
I know I'm saying Tank is like a dog, like.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to screw a dog, man.
Wait,
Oh no.
but me
what
and
the
Sakura
hell?
were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Oh no.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Are you still streaming, bro?
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the
or
nurse's
YouTube?
office and equipment room, right?
Snit dude.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Oh, I know why.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't
What
understand
the hell?
it
And then
either.
some guy saying, also, Danganronpa is cool.
The Monokuma file
What?
makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten
Yo,
their
Russian,
hands
remember
on either
this.
of the
Quote of the
hammers?
day. What's the quote of the day?
Yo, bitch.
Russian, what's the quote of the
Personally,
day?
I haven't a clue.
I think the quote of the day that Valerius just said is, his cojones won't get hard if a girl's personality is 0, no matter if her looks are 10 out of 10.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste?
That's
realize-
paraphrasing.
Number 1 or number 2?
Realize how Tank gets silent because when he hears something that is right, it's like, that's coming from Valerius. Fuck that shit! I didn't
Those
hear
were
that!
accounted for in other rooms too.
Yo,
And I
yo,
don't
when,
think
when,
either
when I
one is
talk
big
real
enough to
shit
kill someone.
in front of Tank doesn't say nothing. It's only when I talk fuckery, he always make a fucking comment.
Is
because
it
I
not
rarely
possible they
pay
used a
attention to
different
your
weapon?
bullshit, you know, your bullshit.
You know what?
I don't think it is possible.
Come and
They were
fuck
both
you.
killed with the same type of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Sorry to break it to you, bro, but I'm not gay for you to ask Lucas or Cyber for that shit.
Well, at least it's in South Carolina.
Another non-stop debate.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How
What do you
was the
think about
culprit
things harmonic?
able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
You were an electrical engineer. So you
Sounds
must
like a
know about
Justice Hammer 5
harmonics.
is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
First and second and third
thing seems
harmonic
pretty
and
clear.
bullshit.
The murder weapon
Yeah,
had to be one
Those
of the
were
Justice
very gay, by
hammers.
the way.
And
Harmonics are fucking gay. Just like the Fourier series, it's even gayer. I don't ever how to do that snip.
the murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all.
Alright, once
No,
you get in the industry,
it was something
y'all
completely
niggas will
different.
be doing it on computers or MATLAB. You did MATLAB already.
Seriously? A different weapon?
Wait.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, yeah. I thought you said Mac for a
Specifically,
second.
a hammer from
I'd
the
have been like,
repository.
what?
The killer could have
Yeah,
easily
man.
used that to kill Hifumi.
Yo, MacBook is so the best book.
Yay.
Now, all the
Yo,
hammers in the
MacBook,
repository
like,
were
if you
covered
went-
in
if you
flecks
go to a
of
coffee
brick
shop
and
with a
debris.
MacBook, you get all the bitches.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed
No. MacBooks probably are dual core or some shit. Some 2008
Yo,
bullshit.
are you stupid? Are you stupid? I'm alright. I'm going on my Mac spec right now.
Oh,
And
no.
the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely
A dual
because
core,
it was
yeah.
used to commit murder.
You're stupid. You're stupid. You are indeed stupid.
If the hammer got covered in
don't
Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
It's not dual core?
What? It's quad core, you fucking idiot.
I'd also like to point
Okay.
out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Are you the
I think
guy?
whoever made the
Yes.
justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Dual fuck 2-man idiot.
If that's true,
I don't know about
that
that.
would explain the Monokuma file's
Wait,
note about
pussy.
the wounds being similar.
Yo, you don't talk shit about my computer.
So Hifumi
Yo,
moved Taka's body to the
quad core.
repository,
Yo, and
where
where the
someone then
first
used the
computer,
hammer
the
to
first
kill him.
desktop iMac Pro used octa-core.
Whoever did that
what's
is
up
the
with that
true
shit?
killer. The one Hifumi
How
was
expensive
working
is that?
with.
$5,000?
And the one
I
who...
mean,
Hold on a moment. I still think
How do you
it's
know the
strange to
fucking
assume
price?
someone
You're
was
not
working
Mac.
together with him.
because Macs are very expensive.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Like literally, I've had this, yo,
So the
y'all been
idea
hearing me say
that
Mac is the
anyone
best
would
book
work
for
together
almost
like
4
that is
years.
simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we
Oh,
not?
well.
Physical damage.
You can get an 8-core Intel machine for like a third the price, bro.
Shut up, he said 3,000.
This is a third of the price.
He said 3,000.
I said 3, but I went back and said 1/3.
Idiot.
1/3.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
1/3.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Alright.
Can't hear shit. Wow. Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
2 murders impossible. I don't see how that works, but let's try it.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true. It is... No,
I have no idea how that works, but GG easy.
Rate this out to 10.
Since there were two murders, it's at
She
least
fake little tank?
possible that more than one person was involved.
What happened?
Valeris,
What do you mean?
he said the
He
last
posted
real...
a city.
Huh? City?
He posted a city.
It's probably
If
some
there's
city in
only
North
been
Carolina,
one
in which
murder,
case
then
it's
yes,
0.
The idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
Hartford, Connecticut.
What?
Naturally,
Really?
if only one person can be
Yeah,
saved
it's
from
like
murder,
a...
an
Hartford's like a
accomplice
2.
has no risk versus reward
Hartford's like
benefit.
a 2.
Yo,
Risk versus
rate North Carolina
reward
out of 10.
benefit?
Right now it's like a 1 because it's all flooded. So
The payoff for working together.
Before the
The
hurricane.
reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme.
I mean, before the hurricanes in the past, man, like we have to see the cleanup.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice.
North
if there's
Carolina
no
right
benefit
now,
to
as it
you.
is, it's a 1 because it's all fucked up.
You know what? You're an idiot. Rate North Carolina. Alright, rate Charlotte
However,
out of 10.
if there were some potential mutual reward for the
Was
risk,
Charlotte affected
then
by Florence?
cooperation becomes
No.
possible.
No,
Fuck no.
I think you're lying,
saying
man.
that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit
So you're telling
two
me
separate
Duke?
murders.
Wait, Duke's in Raleigh.
I think that's what the true killer
Duke is
told
in Durham,
Hifumi.
pussy.
They would each have an accomplice. for
Raleigh,
their crime.
Durham.
Party saying, oh, Raleigh, Durham.
And based on the
Nigga,
case's
Durham,
events,
Durham, Raleigh,
Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering
Wait, so where did
Taka.
Raleigh, Durham come from?
Because
They
they're
made
both
him
in the
carry
same,
out the first
the
murder, so he
airport
couldn't
name-
back out of
named
helping
Raleigh,
them
Durham.
later on.
That's the name of the airport?
Yeah,
So in
Raleigh,
this
Durham.
case, there
Huh.
wasn't one single person committing
Okay.
multiple murders.
Good clarity.
Instead,
Yeah, nigga.
each person killed someone, creating two
Good
separate incidents. And it only looked like one person
Can you believe
because
that
that's
Raleigh
how the
Durham is
true
going to
killer
have flights to
designed it to
Jamaica?
look. A single
Well,
suspicious individual,
it's a
similar
pretty good
weapon
upgrade,
used
you know what I
in
mean?
each crime,
Uh,
disappearing
Durham.
bodies.
I don't think nobody outside the United States have heard about
By
it.
creating
Town
one
called
seamless set
Durham.
of circumstances, they made it look like one
That's
person
true.
was behind it all.
Borat, Snow, Boston, New York,
The
Miami.
mastermind picked their target
LA.
and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
San Francisco.
Dallas, maybe.
Then, to avoid the no
Nah, not
accomplices
Dallas.
rule, they simply
Yo, guys,
killed
I
their
have a video
accomplice.
to show you.
Oh no.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yo, Rashan, watch that.
Here's my answer.
I gotta watch something.
It was
Yeah, watch
Celeste.
that.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
Definitely not watching that.
What is this?
Some gee show by Tyler Perry, bro.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose
I
to
mean,
work
a show
together
about
with
a geek
Hifumi.
couple or something.
The idea that I would choose to spend any
Yo,
amount of
bro,
time
that's a button, yo,
interacting with
to be
him,
honest, I've never thought that I would
that I
watch
would
Tyler
go
Perry
within
series
10 feet of
until now.
Shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Yo, Rashan, what do you think about the second video?
Pardonnez-moi.
This is about the gee?
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
That the gee?
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation,
You watch that
there
show,
was
Blaze?
certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Huh. Trying to learn about... You trying to learn about different stuff?
Considering what we've learned so far,
Like
it
what?
only further proves that the two of you were working together.
About the life of gee relationships?
The fuck?
I got it!
What do you mean the
The
fuck?
behavior they had in common.
Why else would
has
you
to
watch
do
that
with
show,
the
then?
suspicious individual in the suit,
Because it's
doesn't
fun.
it?
It's funny.
The only ones who
Yeah,
ever actually saw
when I-
Robo
when I-
Justice
when I see those
firsthand
two guys,
were
like,
Celeste
just- I get
and
just like a
Hifumi.
kick. Because it's so funny.
The adults are
Because
talking
I'm
now.
not used to this thing.
It's true.
Sorry.
You're not used to it? I thought you were used to
As
it.
he said, only Celeste and
You
Hifumi
said
ever
that,
laid
yeah,
eyes
I
on the
agree.
costumed
Because
individual.
I'm not used to it.
Wait, you agree because you are
If
used
we
to it?
accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits,
I'm saying
we
that I'm
can't
not
help
used
but
to it.
suspect what Celeste has said as
Are
well.
you sure?
Idiot.
Are you saying everything they told us was a
boy.
lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after
no.
that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Oh no. The strange costumed man. Yes.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yo, rush bitch.
Did you call me?
Rush bitch.
What did you call me?
Rush bitch.
I think you got my name wrong, bro.
Anyways, you're going to watch a movie. The two guys. It's almost like politics. Like
It was
double
to get
politics.
us
Oh,
to divide
good.
into two groups. So
If you watch
that
the
we would
show, you
discover
have to literally
both
see
bodies
double
at the
politics.
same time?
Gay.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
You understand that joke? Yo, don't make me kick you in the politics.
Gay.
Shut up and don't make me kick you in the politics.
Kick yourself in politics, Belarus. Okay. That's what you should do.
Yo. Yeah, you need to ask, Rashad. Yo,
Well, if
show me your
Celeste
politics.
and Hifumi were working
Policies,
together,
your policies,
all those
like
chance
Hillary
events
Clinton.
suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
What the fuck?
That was to signal Hifumi,
Tell
wasn't it?
Rackrat to show her policies.
It was your way of telling him,
politician,
we're on
what
the
you
third
expect?
floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Yo, Rashad.
Why
Ask
else
Rashad
would you let
to
out a
show
scream
her
that could have
policies,
carried
you know,
across
she's
the
governor
sea?
of West Virginia.
I think you like policies.
I just realized another
I
strange
mean,
thing.
well, sure, yeah. You can go ask a guy about his politics, though.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to
Yo,
be
what do you think
dead,
about West Virginia?
It's a hick state.
So what state?
Hick.
What's that?
You don't know what a hick is?
No?
You know. Probably a hillbilly state.
Celeste, you were the first one to say you'd been murdered.
It's a hillbilly state.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
We're going to what the fuck was that place name? We're going to Parkersburg.
Alright, guys, I have to use the bathroom. We'll be back in a minute, okay?
Is he still rambling?
Okay.
Yeah, shot them gays, the Jews.
Okay, we're back, guys. Right. On the class trial.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Dog, this is so depressing.
Hina,
I never want to
you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
That's too good,
Yeah.
Yo, would you live in
I was
Parkersburg?
feeling kind of sick, so Celeste
West
took me to the
Virginia?
bathroom.
Yeah.
No.
Would you
Wait.
right?
Then that was...
Why not? She's a body.
I wouldn't live in West Virginia.
She wasn't worried about
Or
it.
those
She just
belts
saw a
of
chance
states.
to help Hifumi sneak out of
West
the nurse's
Virginia,
office.
Kentucky, Nebraska, Missouri,
Each
Kansas.
piece isn't much by itself.
Would live in
but
them
start
states, bro.
putting them together and the
Oklahoma,
picture gets
definitely.
very
bro.
ugly indeed.
Tennessee, like, hey?
Wouldn't you agree,
But North
Celeste?
Carolina is good though.
It's better.
I have no idea what you mean.
Better than so. What about Georgia?
It's better than Georgia.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
Florida.
Florida's pretty fucked right now.
Fatal mistake.
Why?
Because as Charlamagne the God would say, all the
Oh,
craziest
Vida.
people from the Bronx and all of Florida.
Charlamagne is crazy. Charlamagne is
I
a
didn't even
pussy.
catch it
Charlamagne
myself
always
when you
blogging
first said it,
popular
but
opinion. Because he's short and he wants attention.
looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up
He's from
was
South
your
Carolina,
undoing.
Mugg's Corner, South Carolina.
What are you talking about?
No, he said it many times, man.
I'm talking about what you said
Exactly,
after
Google him.
Hifumi's
You
body
know everything
disappeared
about
and we
Charlamagne.
returned to
More
the
than you
nurse's
know
office.
For yourself. Where were you born? Which hospital were you born at?
Mount Sinai. Oh wait, St.
No, that's
Francis.
the hospital in
Anyway,
Chicago.
yeah, there's a lot of Mount Sinai's, bro. But anyway,
Cyanide. Are you fucking Jonestown?
I didn't say
Oh,
cyanide. I got. All right,
Really Kool-Aid.
definitely not. Definitely not.
I remember her saying that too,
So,
but
which
I
city were
don't
you born in?
understand what's so strange about it.
Hartford.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I
Hartford.
were first to discover
You're
Taka's
born
body
for
in the
Hartford.
equipment room.
Yeah, Hartford.
Then Makoto showed up and told us
Hartford.
Hifumi had been killed.
Hartford.
So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Not Horford, Hartford.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
Hartford.
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Hartford.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I
Fuck
don't
you,
really get
Fanga.
what it means.
Fuck you.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
What a non-stop debate, Cox.
All I said was,
Cookcocks.
they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Not a truth flashback visible still.
All I said was, they must
Destroyed.
really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened, and they must be
Fuck.
positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
No, that's wrong.
Destroyed, contradicted.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Yeah. Slip up.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus,
You calling
I
yourself
happen
something?
to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
What'd you call yourself?
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Did you call yourself?
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Shut your mouth. Yeah.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Wow, and Ernie, the real guys
Then
are
you
gay.
just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way! You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
This is probably the costume.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said,
I never liked Cat Williams.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
I said it.
If the person
He
inside the suit
got
was
himself in a lot of
unconscious,
trouble last year.
there's no
2 years
way
ago.
they could stand up straight
And
like
this year
that.
too. Fucking idiot.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, last year he got knocked out by a high schooler, right?
No. Even if the person inside the
15
suit
year
were
old.
unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Oh my god.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a
I remember
certain
Cat Arms in
characteristic.
Grand Theft Auto 4. It's pretty funny.
He was alright, but then he started talking shit to everybody. He started being racist and that's not
That's right!
Yeah,
They totally made a mistake when they made
went
it,
weird.
so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
There's another one. Another one.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying? When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right! Our last
We're
names!
to the final
He called us
20%
all
of
by our
this
last
thing.
names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance.
Screenshot heavy.
Now
really.
isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste.
Oh, finally that.
She never
fucking
actually
idiot
told us what her real name is.
He did?
What
Yeah,
did
dude.
you just say?
What the fuck is wrong with him, man?
To think you take your false
I guess the
accusations
rating
so
of the girl
far,
that he
I
kept
don't
getting
know
mad about.
whether to laugh or spit.
He, you know, just wanted to make a point,
Come
but
on!
it was
Enough with your
crazy.
idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Shit, I have to delete his toxic Tony Juice shit.
The Instagram spam.
Yeah.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you?
You got 3 people you and you wonder who is the people.
Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do
I
you
have no
plan to
idea.
go on pretending?
It's probably a random
It's the truth.
snip watcher.
And since you have no way to contradict me,
No, that's wrong.
A random snip watcher.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
What an
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Ah. Oh, Cox. That's simple. Use that for later. What? I see you, little Tink, you punk. I see ya. I see ya.
You didn't see shit.
I see it. I completely see it. You punk, fool, and snitz.
What do you see? What do you see? Nothing.
Message retracted. Message retracted. Yes. Message retracted. What a punk. Yes, he was the man of the culture, no.
He is though. This guy is a fucking Fortnite fan.
Hey.
On mobile.
Fort game mobile, honestly. That's terrible. He's got a Samsung Note. Yeah, this left bumper is fucked.
I don't know. I was gonna say shit. I was gonna say something. Foot in the mouth this year, you know.
Yeah, they used to be your thing. Foot and mouth disease.
That was Belair's and Lucas's shit.
Really?
I don't remember, man.
60.
Somebody said nice. Well, I was gonna say, kinda miss EXO around.
EXO. With congested breath. That'll bring Poetic, right? Poetic would be brought back because of that.
No, not congested breath. Fuck him. I mean, just so for some reason when she was by herself, she was not that toxic.
They were a package deal. They were a completely packaged deal. You couldn't have... Actually, I heard somebody said, I don't know if it's EXO that said, that congested breath, didn't really want to talk to her anymore, so... I don't know.
Oh, no, that's true. That...
The killer
she lives with her boyfriend or something, and
before anything,
she had plans before she got with the guy. She had plans to go from Florida to what's it called, to Carolina, and
oh my god,
come by over here, and then she'll go back to Edmonton or whatever.
Hifumi.
Congested
the killer
breath.
was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible
got tied down
schemes.
with her guy and it never happened, so I guess he got kind of jelly.
Oh, my impression was that he was just gay or something.
They convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
He didn't really care that she was a girl or something, I don't know.
That someone they met with was Hiro.
I mean, that was probably the most unrealistic thing ever.
So when they met up with him,
so congested breath shouldn't have been surprised, really.
They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
She's cool, man. When she's by herself, she's okay.
Hifumi positioned himself to make it look
well,
like
I mean, the last time I saw EXO on, she was playing with Assassin.
While the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Now you know that she's
yeah.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Did she say anything?
When they were done with
trying
him,
to have fun.
they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes Cash and I talk about Assassin on the radio, and
then finally,
talk about how like Assassin
moved into the murder phase
talks then about people who play with grills, but he just so happens to,
they called Taka to
you know,
the equipment room.
be around them too. You know, Planet JFTW and Exo and Sarust and Catherine without the dot.
And that's
So it's like he's a hypocrite.
Making
You know what I mean?
it the
So,
scene of the first murder.
yeah, hypocrite.
Luke is a
The murder
hypocrite
weapon
too.
was
Remember, he
Justice
like,
Hammer
oh
4,
my God, just
which was
because
left
of
there in the equipment room.
And you call him a white knight. He said
The
he was
reason
not a white
Hammer
knight.
number 4 was used
Yeah,
was to
fucking
create
idiot.
confusion about the order of the crimes.
Oh, that's Lucas will say anything.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the
Yeah,
library.
you got 4 people in there. Probably some of them CNR fellows right
This
here.
time, they
Yeah, I
planted
admit,
Justice
I
Hammer
played with
2,
CNR girls, and then I
injured
started playing
Hifumi
with
to sell us that
the
story.
regular guys I used to play with.
These
I mean,
2 incidents, the
comes
killers
and
were
goes.
able
I mean,
to create a
whoever you
certain
hang out with, you hang
preconception
out with
in our
them.
minds
It's not going to be like a fucking
that
thing.
the suspect was increasing
But
the
people
size of
tended
the
to make it
hammers
look big.
and attacking people in order
Look
as
at
they
this
did.
play with the girl. The white
He
knight.
fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect.
Well, the
based
point
on
is
but
that there is nothing wrong with playing with. Cox, I got this one.
Wait, no. They're okay. Put it this way. In my opinion, depending on what girl, like Scarlet, that's one of kind of the girls that you don't want to play with.
here's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Backseat game so much.
So,
a bit weird.
next they falsified 2 more assault incidents.
She's a bit
For
different.
these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victim. The second, this time, with that the we fell.
It's wrong too. Fuck. Cox.
The killer is you!
Let's try it again.
So, with these 2 incidents, that the we fell
Just showed the answer.
I never told you this. Right? I always,
While we
I
did
don't know
that,
why.
we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's
There's one
office.
time I played with Bombshell and somebody
This
sent
was
me a message.
exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
I'm gonna tell him. In my opinion, I was like, we're doing work.
He took a
Is it cyber?
packet from the refrigerator and
It wasn't
Justice Hammer
stupid.
3 and turned the room into a crime
European guy.
in which he himself had apparently been brutally
More
murdered.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know who it was. I mean, I never paid attention to what it was.
He let out a
So,
scream to draw us
like,
back. And when we
and then I
returned,
told her, and
that's what we
she
found.
just laughed and like, wow, really, seriously.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
It is pretty
So when
stupid,
we
you
heard
know.
the body
The
discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
12-year-old, you know, snitch, whole snit that didn't even have to
We
happen.
left the nurse's office, and Hifumi
But
once
you know,
again took
even if I
advantage of the
played with
situation.
Cash, or even if Cash waves at me,
He simply got
people
up
would go
and made his
nuts.
escape.
Like, "Ooh, look a couple. Oh.
When we learned his body had
Even a
disappeared,
random
we all rushed
person
back
that
to the
is a
nurse's
girl.
office.
Ooh. I mean, I could mention many girls, and they'd
And
still
once
be
again,
fucking jizzing all over.
Hifumi
the
had the
fucking
chance
ass.
he was waiting for. This time,
Well,
he snuck into the
that's
equipment
what
room.
Assassin tried to make it seem when just joined the radio snit.
He wrapped Taka's body
He was
in
like,
the tarp
oh.
and used the dolly to move it
Sean
all
is
the way
white
down to the
knighting.
repository.
Oh. White Knights. Oh.
That explains how each of the bodies
Oh, that
disappeared.
bullshit, so.
You have never white knight, maybe somebody, but
Even
you
Hifumi
never
didn't
white
know what
knighted
the
anybody.
true killer had in mind for their final act.
I mean, other than that, I mean, you say stuff because they're basically true. I mean, if Assassin ever comes here and sees some of the girls, he's like, "Ooh, fucking white knights." Ooh.
Yeah, exactly, I mean.
But they're not even here, you fucking idiot. See them typing to us? Do you see them giggling and shit? No. Fucking grow pair. Fucking grow up.
Bro, some cojones, punks.
The killer is
Tell ya.
you!
Well, I think Assassin thinks that
Didn't know what the true killer had in
anything
mind for
he
their
says,
final act.
people will believe. So, you know, yeah.
Like his random shit post on
Their
the forum.
plan all along was to kill Hifumi.
Yeah,
And get rid of the one person who could be
I
trusted.
am the best. I mean,
yeah.
if you get banned, you're not gonna be the best.
And they did it using an ordinary
Well, you got demoted, it's
everyday
probably
hammer
worse.
from the repository.
Actually, getting demoted is worse than being.
No, I mean, getting
That
banned on
should
the
cover
forum
everything
for,
that
like,
happened in
say,
this
2
case.
weeks.
And the villain,
He's not gonna be the best.
I mean,
Yes, he's gonna be the best of getting banned for being stupid.
yeah, but more people gotta notice that snake. That's why
Celeste. Sorry.
I should have given him a donkey in February, a solo donkey. But
Lost?
I passed by.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Shitcocks. Oh, got an A. That's completely mistake.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied,
What a cocksucker.
who will become the blackened?
But yeah, you know, Assassin, you know, he's
Will you make the right
a
choice
cocksucker.
or
In fact, it's the second class trial we've talked about Assassin being a cocksucker.
gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So, yeah. Centaur still piggybacks Assassin and vice versa in the CNI Discord, you feel me? So, so
Look, I left because it did not feel like a CNR community. It felt just like really another reversion of the old CNR one, but this one has admins on it. How about that?
it's got admins and the admins meme too. So,
I knew it.
basically a meme cord.
Well, at least JFTW has somewhere to talk in.
So then,
Barely. Barely.
Indeed.
And she got Snit, Lucas, Assassin, Centaur in there or something.
Say what?
Hey.
Just a second.
I've only seen JFTW say one word in that Discord though.
In other words.
Indeed.
I see.
Actually.
What?
Are you okay with this?
I wonder how many. I wonder if Tommy's in that Discord.
So then.
I don't think so. Fred doesn't even know about it, knowing him.
I'm surprised Dougie has not asked me why I left.
He probably doesn't even know. I think. He's been on vacation anyway, so.
Oh, cool.
Say what?
I'm not sure.
As for me.
I don't think many people realize that he left.
As for me.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What?
Because that's how I like it. I'll be under the fucking CNR radar.
Damnation!
Plus, we got to get away from Lucas. Okay.
Completely unforgivable!
Most unfortunate. Actually.
What?
Indeed.
This is unforgivable! Completely unforgivable!
Honestly.
I swear I will save her!
But, I mean, to be honest, to pick... I'm not white knighting. I'm not being a... Fuck, how could I say this? Well, I'm not white knighting. From no hearing and at least talking to some of these European gorillas, like Warlord would say. To me, the one that's kind of smart would be Kesh.
Yeah, she's you know.
Well, the ones that were talking to us on Discord or mumbles like that, Kesh was one that was pretty smart and Marceline and all the rest of the fuck their heads.
Marceline. Yeah, you know, Kesh is, you know, very, ulterior motive-y. I'll tell you that. Can't really get around her, you can't really, talk around her, so,
The only thing I'll say this is that Cash actually knew when you were talking to her and at least joking with her. But the other airheads, they're like, what? Like that one quote that fucking Almighty Tevin, praise the Lord. Not Almighty Tevin, praise Tevin. This quote says when you donate money to him.
Are you okay with this?
Thanks for the $1. But yeah, those more ants when
Oh, the other one. Nope, bitch, that was not fraudulent. What?
No, you dumb bitch, that wasn't fraudulent.
That's how I feel about the other ones, and I'm just being honest. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, you know. Those other Borats, man, I mean. Dumbest snit. Simple as that. Yes, maybe that's it.
So in the end,
that's how I feel. I mean, I'm not.
What the heck?
I hope I'm not sounding like a fucking
Well,
scrub, but that's how.
Don't be mean.
A scrub.
I wonder about that.
I mean, when I heard
Why?
What the heck?
Celeste talk, I'm like, yeah, she's smart, but then when she started acting stupid and putting admin commands in chat, I was like,
But
okay.
You
Now
little bitch!
I'll take those words back, and she's fucking dumb as a potato.
Hey!
Well, I mean, it's probably the mental health, man. I guess.
You little bitch!
She, you know, that's why when she made that topic about the mental health snits, I wasn't surprised because just remembered back to early this year when, you know, I'd call her boring because
Honestly.
she just seemed boring. Anything outside of what is considered normal,
As
she
for me,
like freaks out at. So she just call her boring. You know what I mean? So
isn't it wonderful?
I wasn't surprised. Wasn't surprised at all.
This is fine. There is nothing to be done.
Just the worst.
Oh. Do you understand?
I don't know, man. To me, I mean, the people that she hangs around with makes her look
What is this?
boring because she doesn't know how to have fun.
I mean, pretty much anyone who likes or hangs out with Assassin or Zentar is a faggot. So that's pretty much the constant throughout what it is. I mean, it's faggot. I mean, Cyberg's a faggot. Rust, I guess I can say is a faggot. Zentar's a faggot. Ivanichi's a faggot. Wait. Yeah, Ivanichi hangs out with Zentar, he's a faggot.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it's a chain of it, pretty much. So.
Isn't it wonderful?
Hey.
Thrills, chills, kills! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
I tell ya. More ads for more ads, but there's a lot of snit talking in these class trial streams. If only Borat's knew, I tell you.
I mean, it's not shit talk, bro. It's real talk.
Yeah, it is real talk.
I mean, I actually, you know, whenever I did that shout out to people, I mean, some people liked it. Some people said I should redo it again because they hate the part where it cut off because it fucking closed down Streamlabs.
All the Streamlabs.
I'm gonna do it. I think I'll do it again.
The Streamlabs call out, yes.
I'll just do it on Twitter. Fuck it.
It's gotta be a public service announcement. You gotta re-upload it to SnipTube.
I'm not willing to risk my name and then my Twitch get banned.
It'll be fine. You just can't talk snip about DSP.
Extreme!
If you do that, then you'll
What
get,
are you gonna do?
suspended permanently.
Let me out of here!
Too bad. How strange. Hey! Hey! What?
So then, you...
Ooh!
Hey,
Ooh! How exciting! Hello. Well? See ya later!
so...
Hey,
Indeed. Hey.
But still, like I said, real talk.
What?
Who said real talk? Who the fuck said that though?
So...
I don't know, but DSP kept on saying it. And it's kinda out of place.
Come
Who
on.
put the M-bomb on it though? Well, not the M-bomb, like...
I don't know. I don't know who started it. But that's where it came from.
What?
Alright, shit, dude. Fuck. I don't know. Like I'm saying, man.
Goodbye.
Well then.
Yo!
It's kind of weird when you meet CNR people, you know? And then you talk to them in voice and you think, yeah, they're cool, but then all of a sudden they're like,
Okay.
Yeah. They,
Shall we go?
when you look at CNI players, it really makes you feel like a genius.
I mean, look at AG. Every time you talk, he'll say something stupid, but at least we'll laugh because, you know, it's funny. But when he's in game, it's just like, dude, no, you're not funny in game.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for the third class trial. GG, first time playing this.
Anybody that's watching out there, go to twitch.tv/little_tank. Remember 2K's on it. I will have a little tank on my picture, so please go there, okay?
Yes, our Snit2 mod, twitch.tv/lil_tank2K. Just make sure you check him out in his Twitch channel. Until then, we'll see you for the fourth class trial of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. The Tommy and Sensi Redemption Run! Wait, My Chase is coming out very soon, about 10 minutes maybe. So we'll see you next time. Make sure I save a second time. See you next time here on this